Let me entertain you, because that's what I do. Thank you. Thank you very much.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay, I'm responding to a comment that was left on the video I made. The video I made was called Warning. Entertainment can be toxic. That video was about how whenever I'm watching something, trying to be entertained, I'm constantly reminded of suffering. Something in our culture or somebody in our culture is suffering. And people are making fun of it in some way or another. Some people are finding enjoyment off of somebody else's suffering. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of it. Karen is one hot ass girl. Left me a response, and to which I already responded to her, in text. But I'm making a video response as well. Karen is one hot ass girl, has been making video blogs for years. Back when I was making video blogs, she and I used to watch each other and, comment off each other, vibe off each other, all that good shit. I stopped making video blogs, but she did too, as a matter of fact. But she got right back into it, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm back into it. Except for I'm not showing myself like I used to. I'm back behind the camera. I'm not in front of the camera. But anyway, in response to her, she was on the topic of, we need more movies and entertainment for our culture. I'm not going to say black entertainment, because we are people, we're different shades of brown. I'm tired of people calling us black, even our own people. I'm tired of it. Alright? I was raised up whenever exploitation movies started fading out. When I was born, Vietnam War had come to an end already, and we were doing the transition of that, going through transitions of that, going through the first few years away from that. All right, so during that time, there was a lot of exploitation films that was fading out, but there was a lot of our people going into the cable, like HBO, Showtime, the cable networks, and local networks. You know what I'm saying? We had the Cosby shows, we had the Jeffersons, we had It's a Different World. We had In Living Color. We had the Robert Townsends. You know what I'm saying? We had a bunch of people. You know what I mean? We had the Red Foxes. You know what I mean? We had Def Comedy Jams. We had a lot of different avenues, a lot of different revenues. We had stuff going on for ourselves. But in the 80s, at the end of the 80s, the TV producers began to want us to water down our creativity. And a lot of our culture began to fight back. And during the struggle, they started saying, fuck it, we're not going to create content just for you to water it down. I'd rather take my show off the air. And by the end of the 80s, you know what I'm saying, you didn't see as many TV shows or shows on the cable channels that were good entertainment for us. During the 90s, You know what I'm saying? You see us on TV, see us on cable, but it wasn't the same. You know what I'm saying? So here it is now in the 2000s, and it's like, oh man, it's trash. It's trash. It's like I'm watching it, but I'd rather see this or that or this or that or this or that. As a matter of fact, it got to the point where I go back and watch the older shit before I would try to watch any of the newer shit. It's kind of like I try to tell my niece that the shit that they got out for kids is really not for kids, because the shit that they got out for kids is dumbing kids. And it's like, come on, man. I don't want my niece or any other kid to watch a TV show where they're going to be dumber or get dumber. Don't talk ebonics. Talk a language that's going to boost your morale. Talk a language that's going to help you get into a possible job where you're going to speak their language, but you're going to know your language as well. You know what I'm saying? There's two different languages my culture speaks. We speak our language and we speak their language. And if my kid is going to watch something on TV, they need to learn that. So it's like when it comes down to entertainment, give me some fruit. Don't make me suffer anymore. But give me some fruit for my mind, my body, and my soul. Let me learn some shit. Let me learn how to be a better person for myself and for my culture. Give me reasons. As a matter of fact, it's like I was telling Karen, we need to be our own role models. Out of every conscious-minded person that has talked about a good game, they should have been creating content to visually show people that it could be possible. We believe things that we see. So it's like, yo, give us some possibilities. Give us some examples that we can see. Don't need to hear your mouth. Don't need to see your lips bumping. Don't need to see that. Don't need to hear that. We need to see some vision, something that we can believe in. Like I'm thinking, it's like we need to be our own heroes. It's not a thing of having superpowers except for knowledge. We need superfoods to help keep that strength going on in our bodies to stay up an extra few hours to study. We don't need drugs to give us that extra oomph. We need something natural. It's like, is an apple going to give us enough sugar without, making us diabetic or obese? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I say who knows, but there's people who've done studies on different fruits and vegetables, you know what I'm saying, that will give us some energy to help boost our mental capacity. You know what I'm saying? Or boost our energy so that way we can let our mental capacity grow. So it's like we need that type of entertainment that's going to help us be a better people in general. You know what I'm saying? We need a culture like a city, a government. So we need visual possibilities, something we can believe in. We need something to spark up the energy that says, man, yeah, Leroy. So if I was to take my thoughts to the legislative of this cultural society, then more people will come along and see that I'm doing something on the good foot type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, out of everybody who needed a role model, they were saying that the young men of my culture needed role models because the fathers weren't in the homes. And the women were like, man, we do need men to help a man raise a man. They can only do so much. There's only so much motherly advice they can give to their child where they have to get physical enough to make that child back the fuck down. Because a man will test his mother. A child will test their mother. The child will test their father. Daughters, they test their fathers like it ain't nothing. So it's like, yo, if we need role models and it's not in the home and we need somewhere to go to, why can't we find that in our entertainment? Without being diluted. Without being diluted. I'm talking about the whole thing that goes back to how these TV productions was trying to get our creative people to water down their TV shows. You know what I'm saying? Like what was his name? Keenan Ivory Wayans? How they wanted him to make changes to In Living Color. He was like, man, fuck that. And it's kind of like, yo, look what happened to Dave Chappelle. He's like, yo, don't laugh at my shit. Laugh with my shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a big damn difference when you're laughing at a nigga eating some watermelon and fried chicken. You know what I'm saying? Then to laugh with somebody on the topic of chicken and watermelon. It's a whole big difference. And see, that's the problem. There's a lot of people that don't know this because in our entertainment world, we're not given more examples of why that's important to know. So it's like, man, out of everything, if you're going to entertain me with a lot of knowledge, entertain me with something that I can grow from, entertain me in that level. Because there's a war out here, it's a cultural war, and since we built this fucking country, we should be in the driver's seat. We brought swag to this country. We should be in the driver's seat. I'm not talking about mulattoes. They get questioned. They are always going to be questioned. Are they this? Are they enough of that? Are they enough of this? Put somebody in our culture that don't have any smudges in their history. That's what Barack did. He didn't have no smudges. Could nobody throw nothing up in his face. Well, we need some purebreds from our culture to get up, get out there, and do something. We need people that's going to protect them. Because for as much as there's going to be one person trying to climb that mountain, if he doesn't have a support team, a supportive team, you know what I'm saying? Whenever he stumbles or whenever he needs a little extra oomph, you know what I'm saying? There's got to be people around to help him with his footing, to help him keep his footing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times the problem with us is that we go a certain distance, and when we think nobody's looking, we get lazy. Just for a moment, because we get a little tired. And from the past, we didn't have the role models. We didn't have people in our lives to give us that boost, to give us that motivation. So what do we do when we get lazy and we get tired? We create a smudge. And then we quickly, sheeply try to get back on track. And then boom, we get an opportunity to do something very, very well, or do something that's very, very good. We do that, but boom, there's a smudge back there, and we're afraid somebody is going to bring that up and throw it in our face. And sooner or later, it always happens. Somebody digs into our history, they find that smudge, they yeah, and then they throw it in their face. So create a person that's from our culture, that don't have a smudge, boost, you know what I'm saying, boost their morale, keep them motivated, help them push other people into position as well. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot that we could be doing. And it's like, yo, we need that entertainment value. We need that visual value, because we believe in things that we see. And it's like, yo, if we need reason to do something and we just can't find it in a book, then we need to find it somewhere. If we can't find somebody that's going to talk to us on a one-on-one basis, then we need something. And that's where we need to be able to turn to entertainment. Because if it's right there in our faces all day, every day, then boom, we can get that to be filtered information for ourselves. When I say filtered information, it's kind of like we got to get it from somewhere. It's not going to be all the information we need, but at least we're getting it from somewhere. And I'm not trying to make this video long, but it's just so much that I could say, so much that I could think of, that it's like I don't want to leave out anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like a passion of mine is to see my people become better people. I want to see us unite without being crabs in the fucking barrel. I want to be able to see our children get what they need. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to entertainment, don't laugh at me. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so what? I like chicken and watermelon. Laugh with me because I was eating some watermelon and the damn seed was left on my cheek because I was eating so damn fast. Or laugh at me because I got juices all around my face. Or laugh with me because, you know what I mean, when I bit into that chicken, it was hot as hell. And I didn't blow into it or something, you know what I'm saying? It was just good, you know what I mean? Don't laugh at me. Don't make me suffer, you know what I'm saying? For your entertainment. You know what I mean? It's like as being a hero. You know what I mean? Boost me up for being the type of person that's going to put food on the table and feed my children instead of going out and buying some weed and alcohol. Boost me up, you know, make me feel heroic because I'm putting money on school books instead of putting money on my clothes. You know what I'm saying? Boost me up, make me feel heroic because I'm channeling my attention towards my people instead of what rims I'm going to put on my car. What type of stereo system do I want people to hear? You know what I'm saying? When I'm driving up and down the street. You know what I mean? Help me be a hero, and so that way, instead of this loud ass, bullshit ass music that they got going on, I might have a megaphone and I'm talking some good knowledge to people as I'm going up and down the street. Why aren't we using our voices to entertain people, to keep people's minds right? Why aren't we using our voices in a better way? You know what I mean? You got conscious people all over the place. They're talking. But when it comes down to entertainment, what are they putting out there? What are they putting out there? When it comes down to something visual, what are they using that talk for? You know what I mean? Hold on. I'm getting mixed up. We hear them talking. Only thing that we see is their mouths moving. Why aren't they giving us something to see? Why aren't they giving us better examples? Whenever we're watching the news, the ratings go through the roof because they constantly have people on there that is talking about the same shit, about the same people. They're just getting a lot more people on there every day talking about the same person in different ways. It's crazy. And their ratings are up there because people are entertained by that shit. So if people are entertained by that shit, why aren't we taking those same tools and using it for our culture? Why don't we have windmills in our backyard creating electricity? Why aren't we digging holes in the ground for well water instead of paying people money for natural resources? Why aren't we creating our own stills? What I'm thinking about is farms and farm life in our backyards. Why don't we have our own gardens? Why don't we have a butcher that lives down the street? Why don't we have people in our culture that are their own butchers? Why don't we have farms in different areas of the city? Why are we depending on other cultures for our food and nutrition? Why is that? The answer is because we're not doing it for ourselves. So if we start doing it for ourselves, if we have better reasons for doing it for ourselves, if we have more, I'm trying to say something that we see to get us hyped up into doing it for ourselves. You know what I mean? If it's in TV, if it's in the movies, if it's in the music, then we should be thinking about that shit all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? When we wake up, thinking about being productive people, then we get up, go do something, take a break here and there, get back to it, get back home, get ourselves prepared for the next day, wake up the next morning, motivated, energized, ready to get out there and do the shit again. We should be doing the shit that we love to do. They say work smarter, not harder. If working smarter can give us a job that we feel good about, then we don't want to take time off of our job. We want promotions. We want to praise ourselves, and we want to praise the next person. There's so many things that we could be doing for our culture, but we need better examples of it. And that's where entertainment comes from. We need time to chill. That's when we fuck with entertainment the most. So if we got good positive shit in our ear, and good positive shit in our stomachs, and good positive shit, you know what I'm saying, in our visuals, then how could we go wrong? We need better examples of how to live. And we can find it in our entertainment if we just put a lot more effort into making sure our entertainment is on that type of value. I don't know, man. Let me get off of here. But if you made it this far, I'm very, very grateful. You know what I'm saying? I don't get a lot of views, but I love putting myself out there. So it doesn't, you know what I'm saying, tilt the balance in a bad way. All right? All I can say is, look, I'm not the smartest person. I'm not the dumbest person. I have done research on some shit, but there's a whole lot of things out there that I need to research on. All right? All I can do is question everything that I say. One thing I can do is ask that you question everything that I'm saying. Research it on your own and share it with somebody. There's people out there that has the same thoughts that you're having. They just don't have anybody to talk to. Alright? Trust me. They're out there. I be trying to tell my niece that the shit that they have out here for kids to watch is very minimal. When we go to Netflix and try to find something for her to watch, it's hard. It's hard to do that because there's not many avenues for good entertainment for kids. They got a lot of bullshit because they want our kids to be dumb. They got a lot of bullshit, but they don't have enough out there to help our kids grow in the right direction. You know, we speak two different languages. The people in my culture speak two different languages. We speak our talk, that good old jive, that good old swag, but we also talk their language as well. That business, that power machine talk, you know what I'm saying? That we know how to talk with the man, quote unquote, the man talk, you know what I'm saying? But we know how to talk, you know what I'm saying, to our people, and we need to teach our kids that. So I try to put some fruit into my own family, my own videos. But hey, I don't know, man. Let me get off here. Thank you for watching. Leave me a comment if you want to. Create your own content. Share this information with somebody. Do your own research. Question me. Question everybody. And take care. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good morning. Peace.